Hi, and welcome to the radiology video. My name is Melissa Zimmerman, and I'm your radiology lead for this event. First of all, I want to take this opportunity to thank you so much for volunteering. You are the reason these events have been so successful. Let's first of all talk about what hardware we will be using at the radiology stations. We will be using the wired sensors. This is a dummy sensor you can see here, but it gives you an idea of what we will be using at each of the stations. You will have the opportunity to use either XCP equipment, or we have a disposable positioning device. If you use the XCP equipment, please have your rings and rods pre-assembled. That way, when we determine what images need to be taken, we merely can slip the sensor into the positioning device, bag the entire device, and then begin to take our images. However, if you use the disposable positioning device, you will be bagging and putting a barrier on the sensor first, and then attaching this disposable positioning device like so. And then you can adjust this tab for taking anteriors, posteriors, and bite wings as well. We will be using the Nomad handheld X-ray device for taking our images. Please note that we will have it preset for the right amount of pulses, so you will not need to change any of the settings on top. To initiate the Nomad, you want to click once on the device, and it will tell you that it's ready, and then just gently squeeze the device to produce the radiation to hit the sensor. A couple of important things to note. When using the Nomad, you want to get the device as close to the patient's cheek as possible. We realize that when using an XCP equipment, the rod does protrude and you won't be able to actually bring this flush to the cheek, but do the best you can. When you are moving the sensor or need to put the Nomad down, please make sure to put the top down on the surface. This allows a stable positioning so that we don't run into the potential of having it dropped or damaged. Let's talk about the patient's experience from the eyes of the operator. The patient will walk in, sit in a chair very similar to the one I am in right now. You will drape that patient with the lead apron. And over the years, we've discovered that it tends to droop. So we just ask the patient to put their arms in front of their chest, and that way the lead apron stays in position. Your teammate who's working on the computer will tell you what radiographs need to be taken. So while she's entering patient information, you will be able to get your positioning equipment prepared to take the radiographs. Once she has told you that the sensors are initiated, you may begin to take the radiographs needed. And in that meantime, briefly describe to the patient what will be happening. Once the radiographs are taken, remove the lead apron, let your patient stand up and wait patiently for the radiographs to be printed out, and then the patient will go to the next station. In that meantime, you can unbag and lightly disinfect the sensor and also the handles on the Nomad. Now, from the view of your partner who's going to be working at the computer, you will receive a clipboard from the runner. It will contain the patient information and the radiographs that need to be taken. Tell your partner what radiographs will need to be taken while you enter patient data into DEXIS imaging software. On the OK Mom website is a complete detailed outline and what I call a cheat sheet as to how to put in patient information into DEXIS and initiate the software so that you are ready to take images. As your partner takes the images, you will have the opportunity to review those images, make sure that we don't have cone cuts or the angulation is off, and we might have the potential of needing to retake that image. If you see an image that you don't believe meets the criteria of what the doctors need, please tell your partner that we need to get more information. Let's not call it a retake. We're not making mistakes here. We just want to gather more information for that patient. That's a buzzword that they will like to hear. So go ahead, get more information, take another radiograph, and once they are all done, go ahead and print these images, attach that paper to the patient information underneath the patient information sheet. It is very important that you put down how many radiographs were actually taken and put down the initials of the operator. Hand this back to the runner, that way they can continue on to their next station. There's always exceptions to every rule. In the pedo department, we'll have several sizes of sensors. However, sometimes little guys, as best as you try, just cannot handle a hard sensor. Or they may be so apprehensive that they just cannot handle what we're trying to do. In that case, we are going to have the ability to do a bite wing type panoramic image for them. If you see that you are having this situation, you can contact me or make the decision to walk that patient with their runner, take that patient to the pan area where we can get the images that the doctor needs for that pedo patient. In the panoramic area, the software will be the same, and instructions on how to get into taking a pan are on the OK Mom website. However, the instructions for actually positioning a patient and using the machine will be explained at the time of the event. So if you're taking pans, you know how to position patients, but just know that the particulars will be determined at a later date. Again, I want to thank you all for volunteering. I want you to understand that this is fun. Have a good time with it. And I appreciate your time today. Thank you.